morning, everybody, and happy Saturday! And who's ready to do our first yard sailing of 2017? I know I am. What? You don't start your mornings off by walking through a graveyard? Weirdos. And off into the wild green yonder we sail. Unfortunately, our first stop was a bit of a bust. Not too much going on here. They did have a few VHS though, but nothing I needed to pick up. The SNL was pretty cool, but I do already have it, and everything else was pretty much sports, and yeah, gonna pass up on that. The only thing that stuck out to me was this How to Win at Super Mario Bros. Games book. That looked pretty cool. I love the pink cover, had to grab it. But that was it. Nothing else I needed to pick up, but ooh, crunch-atize me, Captain. So then on to our next stop, and oh boy, the genius running this one decided to put all his merchandise out the night before. Now that can make sense, some people do that. That way, in the mornings when people start showing up to buy, all your merchandise is out, it's ready to go. Again, it can make sense. That is unless they're calling for rain the night before, which they were. And last night we had torrential downpours. Everything this guy was selling was destroyed, including, all these beautiful VHS. They were all completely waterlogged, along with all this other guy's merchandise. All his movies, all his books, all his electronics, it was all destroyed. I venture to say this guy probably did not sell very much today. But then, a ray of sunshine, a community yard sale, and pretty much everybody at this community was selling. This ceramic Pluto was pretty cool. They were going to give it to me for free, but I didn't need it, so I let it go for hopefully somebody else to pick up. And then on to a few books. Ooh, another dog. Like I said, on to a few books here, and the only thing I had any interest in was Goosebumps. But again, water damaged. What is with all the water damaged books today? So, unfortunately, that was the only book I had any interest in, so I did have to pass up on all of those. However, this lady did also have some records, and there were a few titles in here I definitely would have picked up. Unfortunately, when I asked her how much, she then proceeded to tell me that they were all individually priced and that some of these were worth lots of money and yada yada yada. So at that point, I knew I was in trouble. As soon as, the knack, would have loved to have grabbed it. But as soon as somebody starts telling you things are priced individually and starts telling you how much some of this stuff is worth, you know you're in trouble and you just need to walk away. So nothing from this lady. And then on to a few toys, but no interest there. Oh, here we go, some DVDs. But they were all just kids' titles I had no interest in, so ended up passing up on all of those as well. And then a real dog. This guy was really cool. This little dog here was absolutely awesome. He followed me around the entire time, and the owner had some awesome media. Lots of cool VHS down here. Unfortunately, these tapes were pretty well used. The artwork was not in the best condition. Otherwise, I would have grabbed some for the store. Things like Jaws and Ninja Turtles. There was some Beetlejuice. A lot of really interesting titles. Again, I would have grabbed for the store if they were in better condition. But again, they had seen better days, so I had to pass on them. The only thing I thought about picking up was this, Judgment Night. Thought about grabbing it for myself, but I passed. I don't know why. I think I probably should have picked that one up. But this I had to grab. We have Captain America Civil War, the 3D Blu-ray release. Yeah, that I definitely had to pick up. Then some more records here, and nothing good. All pretty much just junk I had no interest in whatsoever. So unfortunately, ended up passing up on all of those. And then a baby, awesome. But more importantly, $1 DVDs. He had some Seasons of Damages, I believe 1 and 4 for whatever random reason. They weren't in the best condition, so I did pass up on those. I do already have them anyway. That is really cool though. Statue of Liberty History Channel documentary. Yeah, you guys know I picked that one up. And the Maid Swingers double feature set. That is really cool as well. He also had a VCR here with remote, but at $15, not a horrible deal if it was in better condition, but I passed. Oh, but Spice World, okay, now things are getting good. Obviously, I have like 15,000 copies of Spice World, so I did not need that. If it was factory sealed, I may have grabbed it. And, knocking things over. This lady also had some DVDs and a Blu-ray, but they were all very common titles, nothing I had any interest in, nothing I needed to pick up, so I did pass up on all of those. And she also had a PlayStation 2. Pretty cool, but it looked like it was kind of dirty and beat up, and none of the games really stuck out to me, so I did end up passing up on this as well. She was just asking a little bit more than I would have liked to have paid, so no, none of those. Okay, but here we go. This is where things get pretty good. This guy had a whole tower here full of really good DVDs and Blu-rays, and they were priced amazingly well. Look at all these fantastic titles. Unfortunately, a lot of his DVDs were scratched, so I did end up having to pass up on those. Would have loved to have grabbed some stuff like the Superman there and the Criterion Collection of The Rock. Very cool, but those were scratched. In fact, even one of his Blu-rays were oddly enough scratched. I don't know how you scratch a Blu-ray, but this guy apparently did. I believe it was the Dances with Wolves. Or I'm sorry, no, the Braveheart is what was scratched. So I did pass on that. But when I bought everything else, I ended up picking up every Blu-ray off this guy. He gave me a fantastic deal. So all in all, I was still pretty happy. And then a few random VHS here and a video update case. That's pretty cool, but nothing there I had to grab. And then, oh man, okay. So we have some video games here. And some of these were actually pretty cool. Like, look at that, some Smash Bros. Awesome. Would have definitely loved to have picked that up. And they also had some other goodies as well that I definitely would have grabbed for the store. But unfortunately, as soon as I asked how much, she goes, oh wait, make sure you check to see if the discs are inside, and none of the discs were. Why she even put those out, I have no idea. So bummed that just, yeah, that was heartbreaking. And then some more records here, and not too much I was interested in, but they did have some Disney. That was pretty cool. Definitely had to pick that one up. And the only other title I was interested in was some Ben-Hur. It was a really cool set that I actually used to have in the store back in the day, and it sold pretty well, and that's this right here. It comes with a book and everything, pretty awesome, and that was really it for these records. Nothing else here I wanted to grab. And then that was it for the yard sales. We actually did end up hitting up a flea market then, and these were pretty cool. Some records here, but unfortunately, a lot of them were missing, and the ones that weren't missing were just horribly, horribly destroyed. So I did end up passing up on all of those records. The next lady here had a boatload of DVDs, but every single one of these were scratched. I did not come across a single good title. It was amazing. I don't know who this lady was or what she does with her movies, but apparently she does not take very good care of them. Would have loved to have grabbed that for Chris, that Star Trek there. He's trying to get all the volume releases, but he did already have it. Plus, it was scratched anyway, so probably wouldn't have picked it up. Scary Godmother, that's awesome. Great special. I've never seen that artwork. I would have picked it up just for the cool artwork, but again, discs were scratched. Didn't need them. And music, and nothing there I wanted to pick up either. And finally, the last thing I came across were some really cool releases of Ghost Hunters, and I may or may not have picked up a few of these. They were pretty cool. Alright guys, back home for my first yard sailing of 2017, and I gotta say, it went fairly well. This is awesome. Picked up so many great titles for both me and for the store, and in total, I paid $19 for all of this. I didn't even spend a full 20. How amazing is that? So let's take a look at what all I picked up today. And as you saw, what I first grabbed was this really cool book, How to Win at Super Mario Brothers Games. This year being the 1991 special edition that now includes Dr. Mario. I love this pink artwork. It just screams, hello, I'm early 90s. And for that reason, I had to grab a copy of this for the store. Too cool. I also picked up two records here. First one being Walt Disney Presents It's a Small World. That is awesome. 18 favorite folk songs. Very, very cool. I love Disney. It was just a really cool Disney record. So that is definitely something I had to pick up. And then this I had to grab because I actually already had a copy of this in the store not too long ago, and it sold very quickly, and that is the Ben-Hur soundtrack. But what's really cool about this release is that it's not just the record soundtrack, but it also comes with the story of the making of Ben-Hur book. So this is a really, really cool set. I've only seen like one or two of these ever out in the wild, so I just had to grab this one, bring it back into the store. Hopefully this one will sell just as quickly as the last one did. That was very awesome. But okay, now on to all of the actual cinema, and just, again, such great deals here. So the only three DVDs I picked up, the first one I grabbed was the Maid and Swingers double feature set. That is pretty awesome. This, you guys know I'm always on the hunt for the age. We have the Statue of Liberty, brand new factory sealed History Channel documentary. Yeah, I saw that H. It had to be in my collection. That is too cool. And then I did pick up just one copy of this. They had a few of these, but some of them were scratched, and I just figured I'd go with this. We have season 1 of Ghost Hunters. I do already have a copy of this within my personal collection, but grabbing it for the store. Like I said, they had a few different seasons, but unfortunately the way it kept working was like season 2, which was, I think it was just, let me look. Yeah, season 1 is just together in one set, and then season 2 was split into 2 sets, season 3 2 sets, and so on and so forth. They're all, you know, part 1, part 2. It's ridiculous. I hate the hell they did that, but they did. So unfortunately, all the other seasons that were in 2 parts one part would be in good condition, the other part was going to be scratched, and I just said, heck with it, I'll just grab the one full season that's in good condition. So very awesome. I love that show. And the lady who was selling that was like apparently a huge fan. She was telling me all about how she has apparently some Ghost Hunter season that's signed, and she was saying, oh, I don't know why this happened, I like this about the show, and yeah, she was just going on and on and on about the show. Totally cool lady, and seeing as how I know an okay amount about Ghost Hunters, it was pretty cool to talk to her, and we were able to have a nice conversation about Ghost Hunters, which was totally awesome, and that was really cool. So then, a whole boatload of Blu-rays here as well. This guy was so cool. He gave me just a fantastic deal on these. He had a bunch of DVDs, a bunch of Blu-rays, and I just basically ended up saying how much for every Blu-ray. I only passed up on one because it was scratched. Otherwise, I picked up every single Blu-ray this guy had because he gave me such a good deal. So we have the 2-disc extended edition release of Taken, Gran Torino, I Am Legend, Raging Bull, Clash of the Titans, Gangs of New York, Sin City, the 2-disc release as well, Top Gun, Aviator, I love this movie, the double feature set of Collateral Damage and Eraser, so some great Schwarzenegger right there, Apollo 13, Dances with Wolves, the 20th anniversary release, and finally, this was too cool. This actually came from a different guy. This was all from one guy right here, but then this last title, this came from a completely different guy. This is the collector's edition, Blu-ray 3D, Blu-ray Digital HD, although I think that you said the digital copy is no longer in here, release of Captain America Civil War. Again, such a fantastic deal on this as well. I did not think the guy was going to budge because he already had a really good price on this, but, you know, I wanted to pick this up for the stores, so I wanted there to still be some meat on the bone. So I said, well, will you give me this much for it? And he said, yeah, sure. So fantastic. Very, very cool. That was such an awesome pickup. So all in all today was amazing. I don't go yard sailing a ton. I kind of like to go to flea markets a lot more, but this is why I do need to get out to yard sales more often, because you never know what you're going to find, and just some days you come home with amazing hauls like I did today. So all in all, a fantastic way to start off the 2017 yard sailing season. Oh man, yard sailing all morning long and then recording commentary all evening long does build up quite the appetite. Let's get some pizza. Oh, baby. Huge shout out to Bravo Pizza, not only for having amazing pizza, but they gave me a free soda on the house. How awesome is that? And we cut to a few hours later, and I am at Target because more food. I eat a lot. And there has been one food that I've been craving, nay, pining for the last week. Sadly, I came to find out that my local grocery store no longer carries this item, and I know Target used to, and I'm hoping that they still do. There is a God. Now let's go home and watch a movie. Okay, just finished up watching Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, and did I hate it? No. Will I ever watch it again? No. It was just mediocre. It's your typical raunchy, dirty comedy that you've seen 1,000 times before and will see 1,000 times again. It was really nothing special, and that was my main problem with the film, is that it just felt like something I've seen so many times before. There's two girls, there's two guys, they're both complete F-ups, they end up getting together, and in the end, of course, they realize that they are F-ups, and they need to right their wrongs and become better people, and yada yada yada, and of course in the process so much hilarity ensues and just craziness happens, and it gave me some laughs. There were some very funny moments in the movie, but again, in the end, it was just mediocre, and it's really nothing I ever need to watch again, because I could watch 100 other movies that are just like it and be fine. And I could watch 100 better movies just like it and be fine. And that's probably what I'll do if I want to watch a movie like this. I'll just put something different in. So, nothing special. Would I say not to see it? No, I would say this movie is something you want to see. If you've been thinking about checking it out, then check it out. It's not bad. It's just nothing special. It's very bland. It's very calm. And it's just something you've seen so many times before and will continue to see so many times in the future. future. So, again, if it's something you want to see, check it out, but it's really nothing you need to see. And with that, it's actually not all that late, so I'm going to stay up for a little bit yet. I'm going to catalog all the new titles I picked up for me today, and then I'm going to dive into that gigantic pile of CDs I have on my workbench. I really need to get working on those. I got to figure out which CDs I'm keeping, which CDs I'm getting rid of. It's going to take forever, but it's a task I gotta do, and I'm going to start doing it tonight. And of course, I'm going to do all of that while watching more episodes of Season 5 of Breaking Bad. I am right back into the show. Cannot wait to see how this series ends. Walt is going crazy, and I am loving it. It's just fantastic. So, yeah, gonna watch some more episodes of that, and I have no doubt I'm gonna love those episodes. So, as always, guys, thank you so much for checking this video out. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Also, if you want to see a brand new video from me every single day, hit that subscribe button, and you're gonna get one. And, of course, don't forget to check out Patreon to help support the show, Spreadshirt.com to grab yourself a Cinema Sickness t-shirt, and, of course, Instagram to check out the Cinema Sickness store where you can pick up all kinds of awesome media. A lot of the stuff I picked up today will be at the store, so if you want to see what's up for sale, definitely check that out. Links to all that can be found down below in the description of this video. So again, that is it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.
Oh, but you have Spice World.
Oh, you know. My daughter, as you can see, watched that movie many.
I'm a huge fan, actually.
Yeah.